What's going on, prospectors, community members, Prospect Chase Box, and Tops After Dark Facebook and Discord group? Ron's here.
Hey,
We got him back.
happy Thursday, happy day after a Padres trouncing of the Dodgers. And I was tired nice. I show for it, so it was quite a game. But here we are. We made it. Your Nationals are making a run for it now, aren't they?
So the Padres and Mets are like neck and neck, right? They're like
yes, they are. Padres and Atlanta are actually neck and neck. I mean, just small.
I mean, the difference is like a game, right?
Yeah, it's because the Padres have played more games.
Yeah,
they're just behind because they have an extra loss or something like that.
I'm looking at it right now.
Point is minuscule right now.
Yeah, so the Padres have played a shit.
Yeah, and that's because they started with the 2 games in Korea at the beginning of the year. And it was also the reason that the Padres had only a 2-game series against the Dodgers instead of normally what you'd expect a 3-game. So the third game of that series was one from the beginning of the year.
So the Padres have played 110. The Braves have played 107.
Yeah.
Mets have played 108. Arizona's played 109. So
Arizona is making a run at it right now as well. All of a sudden, behind Ketel Marte. Who would have thought?
And Carroll finally doing something. Maybe he is a little bit healthy. His shoulder is a little bit more healthy. But anyways, folks, happy Thursday. Like Ron said, we are here for episode 64 of Coffee and Rip. Just fresh off the National, which we did not attend.
Hey, but we have National.
Plenty of feedback.
Yeah, and I've been following the feedback on the National. Hey, your UPS delivery.
Yeah, give me 1 second, folks. That's how it goes sometimes.
Well, while you go deal with that, while the Prospect Chase Buck's out of there, this is today's mail day here. This is the Blake Jameson, Ken Griffey auto. Now, I bought one of these when it first came out. I may have sold it, but I couldn't remember. But I got such a good deal on this one, I couldn't pass it up. I know for sure that I bought the Trout auto and sold that as well. Actually, I sold it to a guy who said, "Oh, there's a dimple on it," and rejected it and sent it back. And the dimple turned out to be just a little flaw in the sleeve. Replaced that, put it into the right containers, resold it again. And really wish I hadn't. Wish I would have held on to it. I have several of these. Probably just need to get the rest of them, put it all together. But Jameson did really good work. The other thing that dropped this week, art card wise, was the spotlight set from Andy Friedman. Would have really liked to get on that. I do like that set. I liked it. It's an odd looking set, but I'm an odd looking guy, so. What can I say? I like those art cards. Sold out really quickly, which surprised me. So here we are. I just mentioned my card here and talked about the Spotlight Andy Friedman set that dropped earlier this week. Waiting for you to get back. And
I thought it was UPS. It was not. It was UPS as in the Offspring type showing up impromptu, but he's still around. Anyways, so I guess first topic, besides seeing that lovely card that Ron just picked up, which I did not get a chance to check it out. Show us again, Ron, real quick.
Yeah. Here we go. This is
beauty.
It is absolutely a gorgeous
beauty.
Card.
You must have paid a pretty penny for that.
Actually, not.
Really?
It sold for just slightly more than it did originally at retail. The original retail was only $199 on these things,
and it came out to 8.
Pardon me.
It came out at 9 PSA 8, 9. What is it?
This one is a mint 9.
9. That's good. It should be better than raw.
Yeah. It's real
That's a
nice.
beautiful.
One of the things with these cards, having it in the PSA sleeve here is really nice. But one of the things is they do sell the specific size insert sleeve that will hold this card specifically inside the sleeve, suspended in the sleeve in the right place, and then you can put that sleeve in a top loader.
So Topps just announced that, well, our inside sources tell us that there is a Jackson Holiday relic coming to be released, to be dropped live anytime during this live, with number to 125 or below, and with auto parallels of number to 10, 5, and 1.
Yep.
We're guessing the price is going to be ridiculous. Last relic was $349 for his debut, I imagine it was, or something like that. Having those parallels with auto plus relics, because they would be auto relics, right?
Yeah, those few are auto relics. Exactly.
Yeah, RPAs, if you will, whatever. They're not really technically patches, but you know what I mean. It's probably base, right? It has to be a base.
It's more than likely a base. Yeah, with the type of thing.
Rookie base RBAs, rookie base autos.
RBA, your new term.
Right, that's your new term for you. Those are going to be. What do you think? What's your price prediction?
It's a 125. So there's going to be quite a few of them. So what did we work those out to? Was that
125 for the relic?
Yeah, but it's the steps down from there. So there's going to be a lot of cards produced. I forgot what the math we'd done on those was. It 289.
Keep going. It's
289 or something like that. So we're getting there close. Go ahead.
Okay. No, so
he's waiting for monster boxes to get there.
No, those haven't even been. I placed the orders. Those are in pre-order. They haven't. I don't understand Topps strategy. They haven't released them yet. They mail anywhere. Like you can buy them anywhere, but they haven't shipped. I think they're gonna ship. I think they said August 6th. So
wow,
yeah,
isn't
that crazy?
Well, it's crazy that it's August 1st today, and we're talking about Jackson Holiday again. Comes back to the big leagues. 1 home run. Oh my God, he's the best ever. Wait,
I know. Well, I picked him up in fantasy. I scooped him up just because I had him. I drafted him for $1. It only made sense for me to try to. But at the same time, I have Jason Dominguez also on my bench. Because Jason Dominguez, by the way, folks, if you don't know, Jason Dominguez is going to get called up in probably 1 or 2 weeks. Especially if the Yankees are making a run, and they didn't upgrade their team that much at the deadline, other than pitching here and there. Well, they've got apparently Mickey Mantle, Jazz Chisholm, slapping 3 homers.
What a great fit too! The kid gets up there and says, "This is what I live for: playing in front of an audience like this, playing in front of crowds." He's out there and he is just loving it and lit. My Yankee loving friends are so excited about him being.
Really? I'm not excited at all. I actually have quite the opposite feeling. I mean, I do get the soberly father impact possibly of a Judge, a Soto, and some veteran presence. I get that. But he's such a character. I'm not sure it really fits in unless they really find a way to subdue him. And guess what? Maybe they find lightning in the bottle. I'm just not a fan of his game in particular. I don't think he's particularly good on defense. I think he swings for the fences a little too much for my taste. But maybe they hit lightning in the bottle, and that's all you need.
And, hey, he was in all those commercials with Jeter. Do you think that played a part in it?
MLB The Show. I can't believe MLB The Show made him a cover. My God, he's proven nothing, and he has a cover. I don't get that. Anyways, but I'm a Mets fan. I can't really love on anything that the Yankees fan does. The Yankee group team does. So,
hey, it's a different league, though.
They've played like shit. I'm really. That tells you a lot that they're still how well they played first month and a half or whatever, because they're still up like let's feel like 18 games over 500, something like that. As shit as they've played last month, they're still like fine. They're pretty much
the Yankees are actually 20 games over 500.
There you go. I said 18, 20.
Yep.
They're pretty much a lock to make that wild card. I mean, the Earth would have to fall over.
They're only a half game behind Baltimore for the lead in that division now.
Yeah, they would have to go on a drought with only how many games to play? Like 50-ish, a little over 50 games to play. They would have to fall from the face of the earth to not make the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, we can invert the topics that we kind of had lined up for today. We can talk about them. MLB performances, fantastic performances thus far. Man, first topic, Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt is on fire. Now, earlier in the year, Judge had led in all offensive categories at one point. He was the Triple Crown contender, but apparently Bobby Witt didn't have enough at-bats at that point to have qualified for the batting. The minute he did, he took over the batting title there. And what's he batting today? 343 was yesterday, I believe.
Is that what he's batting? That's crazy. That is crazy. Jackson Holiday card, not live yet for those who are watching us and following, because we try to be a news source to you guys. It's not live yet. If you want to spend, so we forgot to
back to the price.
Price predictions. I'm guessing 500.
I think it's
I'm being conservative.
I'm going to go 399.
Really?
Yeah, it might be a bit low, but with a 125 in there, they're going to try and sell them out. They'll sell them out at 399.
Even with those parallel autos?
Yep.
That's parallel how many? 10, 5, and 1. So 16 autos?
Yeah, that's not many.
Did I read that right?
Yep.
Let me look at
It is 10, 5, and 1.
Our news source. Yeah, 10. So 16 autos. That's not that many. I'm still going to say 500 because of the phenomenon, inflated or not, of Jackson Holiday. If it was someone else, if it was Jackson Merrill, which I think it's an amazing player, apparently, I would say 399.
Well, one of the interesting things is on the website, I don't remember what the Jackson Merrill relic auto cost at the beginning of the year, but it was not $399. But now they've gone back, and if you look at the site, it shows the original price is $399 now. Very interesting thing. So they jacked that relic up on their website to show us a $399 MSRP.
I just posted my prediction on Discord. I said $449 or $499, and I think it's more like $499 because it's him. But we'll see. And my rationale for that is that they're only 16 autos, but they're only 16 autos. So that scarcity, I think it may push that price upwards in my range. We'll see. We'll hear very soon. I'm guessing during our live. So you were saying Judge had a ridiculous season. Bobby Witt, what he's doing is amazing on that team. That's pretty top heavy, if you ask me. I have no idea why they're pitching to him. That's my only thing, because Salvi will swing at anything.
Yep.
At the 3 or 4, I think he bats fourth. I think it's Vinny P at 3. Yeah. Which he's slow. Double play candidate. I honestly don't understand why they're pitching, and he's benefiting from getting pitches to hit. Now I've looked at the analytics, and he's pitching off. He's hitting well off speed, fastball, everything. He's killing it.
And he's batting a cool 318, I think.
No, he's killing it. He's killing it. He's seeing the ball well, and he's hitting it with authority. His barrel percentage is high. His exit velocity is high. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why he's getting that many pitches to hit. But good for me, because guess what? I have a lot of his cards. My followers, my community members have a lot of his cards, and he's on my fantasy team. So keep pitching to them.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yep, it's going to be an interesting run as they go through here.
Do you think he makes it? So right now he's projected to hit the 30-40 club for sure. Let me look at his latest number. I don't know if he'll make the 30-50 club. Let's see here. The Royals roster. Come on. We are live, folks. Bobby Witt. Here we go. So he's at 90. My God, 349 now. I left him at like 330.
Wow,
349, bro.
I had him at 343 yesterday. So
he's had like 10 3-hit games in this month, something like that. He's been short of a cycle. We've been robbed of that bonus card. Well, not me. I didn't buy the Royals, but our good friend.
He only needed a single, and instead they pegged him.
Right. No, he's at 349. Then he has 19 homers, 76 RBIs, and stolen bases. He's got. Why don't they show this here? Stats. Here we go. He has 24.
24. Yeah.
So, I mean, he has a shot at 30 for sure.
30-30.
30-30 for sure, I would think. Now, 30-40 is what I'm thinking that I hope he gets to steal more bases. He's been caught. He's got caught 10 times. So he's 24 of 34. Yeah, I'm shooting for 30-40 because he hit 30-30 last year. I want to get the next level up. That would be amazing. So Bobby Witt, for me, has been someone that's been way. I mean, I picked him second in my draft. It was an auction, but by second, I mean I paid the second most for him. Oddly enough, I paid the most for Julio, which has been quite a disappointment. He's on the IL as we speak with a sore high sprain in his ankle. Who else? Man, have you looked at Anthony Santander's numbers with the Orioles?
No, I haven't.
And the fact that he was an all-star snub is like crazy levels of bothersome to me. Let me hit him up real quick so you can see his stats. Mind you, guys, again, this guy was not selected for the All-Star game. So Anthony Santander is hitting a cool 31 homers,
wow,
73 RBIs, 63 runs scored.
Wow.
And this guy did not make the All-Star game.
Well, they had 12 other guys make the team.
OPS 848, slugging 534. Crazy. He has struck out 80 times, but that's not unheard of. Wow. Those are some crazy performances. Let's see who else. Juan Soto's doing good things, but that's not talking about unexpected performances. Brandon Nimmo's having a good year. Who else?
When we look at the fact that Jurickson Profar out here is just absolutely
Profar, yes,
absolutely doing stuff that $1 million, a minimum salary guy. He came back from he had a deal last year with the Rockies. He came back from that because it just wasn't a right fit, and the kid has just exploded and hitting clutch situations. Don't know what happened to the guy. You look at a performance like that's pretty amazing. On the other side of the ball, you've got some people who are just not doing what they should be doing. The Dodgers are falling apart now.
They'll still make it. I know you take pleasure in saying that, but they'll still make the playoffs. And ultimately, it'll come down to how healthy their starting pitchers are. If Kershaw has one more playoff in him.
Last night was the first time Kershaw ever had a start where he didn't throw a single strikeout.
Right. So maybe he's going in a reverse trend. By the way, I've got news. I was spot on. 469.
469. Wow.
Right. That's Mac in my range.
Wow.
And it will likely sell out in
2-1 done.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Not really, because it's a bunch of them. It's just a matter of a little bit some parallels. So interesting way to go about it. 469. Yeah. I'm not. I'm a hard pass
Me
on it.
too.
For me, like if I lived in a. By the way, we should create some type of company and buy all our stuff from like what's the Delaware? What's the no sales tax
Oh
state?
yeah,
Whatever.
the Delaware
No,
Corporation.
Delaware. New Hampshire. Isn't it New Hampshire or Rhode
No,
Island? Which one
Delaware
is
is
it?
where all the companies incorporate.
No. I know that. I mean,
Right.
if I didn't know that, I'm saying like the state with I think it's New Hampshire, the one with no sales tax.
Okay, could be. I don't.
New Hampshire or Rhode Island. I want to say it's New Hampshire. All I'm saying is that if I lived there and I purchased this product, I would save $50, $46. So for us folks, us California folks, this is not a $469.99 product. It's more like a 500 and what? 10, 15, something like that.
Yep.
More 20. I don't know. It's crazy amount. And
it absolutely is. I can't believe that they're actually getting that for it. It's absolutely insane.
It's insane. They did choose. I don't know if you saw this gimmick. Maybe you didn't. They did choose a cool image, and they did this gimmick. I don't know if you saw it on IG, on Instagram, that they asked the public, they gave the public two options of what image to choose, and apparently they counted the votes or whatever on IG, or they saw and they chose that one.
I got a survey from Topps the other day about input on their stuff.
Design, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read it. I saved it, but I haven't read it. They went with the picture that I would have chosen. They had it's a bat flip, which is kind of cool if you look at it real quick. I'll post it here. Let me go here and I'll post it on the comments so anyone that's watching us can divert their attention otherwise. Just did. And it was a bat flip or a swing from the opposite side, I guess, a view of his home run swing. And I think this is a cooler picture. It looks like a SP kind of a picture. I posted it if you want to take a look at it. Posted the link. And then
it's too expensive.
People are agreeing with me on Discord that it's really crazy. So yeah, I mean that's it in terms of like performances, predictions. Let's talk about a little bit about predictions. I'll give you the setting, like what does it look like, the current view, the wild card. So you got Cleveland. Let's talk AL. Cleveland is leading the Central.
Well, let's take a look here. The fact that Cleveland is still blowing away the competition like that
and best record. That's crazy.
It blows me away. The nice thing is my Padres went in there and took 2 out of 3, but that's a different story. Again, I'm gloating over here. When you look at the top, Baltimore and New York are going to be battling it out. One of those two is going to be in, and one's going to be a wild card team. No doubt in my mind. Nobody else is going to touch either of those teams. So,
and it's important because you get a bye.
Mm-hmm.
The best two records get a bye.
You get a bye if you're one of the top 2 teams.
Records.
The third finisher, if you're the lowly, that's who the lowly team is in there. Houston right now is the low team, so Houston would have to play a wild card game.
Yeah.
So they would play the lowest seed of the wild cards. Right now.
Yeah. So it's important because you can what I'm saying is it's important, even if you don't win the division, it's important to like if you make the wild card, presumably, well, the way that things are shaking out, presumably, I don't see Houston catching New York, the Yankees in wins. So it's important to keep winning because even if you lose by a game to Baltimore, if you're the Yankees, you still want to get, you still want to, you still want to have home field advantage.
Yes. Yeah. You want to be the top seed. You'll play the home field in your very first series there as a wild card if you're the top wild card team.
Now, this is a language that MLB uses, and I'm interpreting it. See if you agree with me when they say, because this says, obviously it says that the 2 top division winners, in this case, let's
In
just call
each
it Cleveland
league.
and Baltimore, that they get a bye. It says the other 4 teams play a best of 3 series with the higher seed hosting all 3 games. Now, I'm guessing they mean by higher seed that all the teams are bunched up.
Yeah. So the highest seed, yeah, I guess. I
So the
wonder if they
Yankees would host whoever. The Yankees would. I mean, the way I'm reading it, the Yankees would be
the top.
the 3rd seed, even if they're not a division winner, because it's not.
They would be the first seed in the wild card round. It's hard to
No,
tell
but yeah,
how this
yes,
all season. Yeah.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
the way I'm interpreting it, the way that
So you
it's
have
here on the app, is that you have your division winners. That's fine, but only the top 2 are division winners with buys. So the 3rd, 4, 5, and 6, they're all put into a same group, and if the first seed is the one that has won the most, it's not necessarily Houston. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me play this out. Hey, so theoretically, Houston wins their division, but they don't get to host a.
That's what I'm saying.
That's an odd. That would be
no. They still presumably no. You're right, but that would mean that they even have a worse record than the 2nd wild card, below the Yankees, right?
Yes, and
so that would only because if they're in their seeding in your scenario, if they're 4th, right, 1, 2, 3, 4 behind the Yankees at 3.
Yep.
They will still host because they would play the 5th.
Yeah.
It'll be 3 versus 6 at the home of 3, and 4 versus 5 at the home of 4.
Yep.
So that's the way I'm reading it. That they're not conceding. They're not giving the lowest division winner the benefit of home necessarily. That's the way I'm interpreting that language. With the language says with the higher seed hosting all 3 games. So I'm guessing that that's part of you want to win your division, but you want to win games. You can't just lollygag it and win it with 80, 84 wins, right?
Yeah. It incentivizes teams to keep playing through the end.
Going. So that would make more sense, but that's how I'm interpreting. I can also see it. And I wouldn't surprise me if Houston gets, I don't know, it wouldn't make sense. They have to abide by this with the higher seed hosting all 3 games. So I'm guessing it means the rest of the 4 teams.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so Cleveland, Baltimore, Houston, which is, remember we predicted this. Remember we were talking about West, that Houston had a way. At least I mentioned Houston has a way of
sneaking back.
Count them out.
And the fact that at one point Seattle was 10 games ahead, and now all of a sudden Houston, even though Houston has 1 less win than they do, they're ahead in this division. It's absolutely crazy how they snuck back.
And they haven't played that well recently. It's just that Seattle has been terrible. Seattle has been in it because they have amazing pitching. If they had, now they have Randy. Let's see how that shakes out for them. If that gives them enough juice to take the division. So Cleveland, Baltimore, Houston, or Seattle, you would imagine, comes out of that, either or, because right now they're out of the picture. If you don't win in the West, if you don't win your division, you're not getting in.
Yeah.
At least in the AL.
In the AL, that is absolutely true.
Wild cards, Yankees, Minnesota, and Kansas City are looking strong. I think Boston has played amazing baseball, and they're due for a bad run of 8-9 games. So I could see them underperforming a bit or performing more to expectations. Kansas City,
they're in that division. I mean, that division is just, you've got Baltimore, you've got New York, but I guess with the new format, you're not playing interleague. You're not playing your people within your division as much as you used to either. So
you're not, but I think I could be wrong, but I think that they still find a way to give you a lot of division games last month.
We'll see. They just played in New York. I mean, sorry, New York was just there playing. So
Yeah, but you just said it. They play tougher division, tougher games, so they'll see them at some point. Yes, you played them the same number of times. I think it's like what 16, 17 games, something like that. Maybe 50, I don't know if they before you used to play your division like 17 times.
Oh, it was insane. You were
Now
always
I think it's a little more balanced, and it's more like 15 or 12 or 14. I don't know, something
yeah.
like
Those
that.
pitchers you would see, you would face them. These guys would face those pitchers
Yeah.
3 or 4 times a year.
But in general, you're playing them more. So in general,
Right.
theory will tell you that they would stand to have a tougher schedule because the East is pretty intense. Even the Rays are good, and they're like the last, I think, right? Or like almost
Yeah,
last.
they're at
Toronto.
55, so they're only 2 games behind, the Seattles of the world for
Right.
those other spots. So
So I guess what I'm getting at is that I think the playoff picture in the AL looks pretty much set. Other than we don't know who's going to win the West. If Kansas City and they got better, they got better at the deadline.
yeah, they
So
did.
and Minnesota's good. They've got good pitching. I don't see them falling off. I really think this is the year where Boston goes back and doesn't make it. The big surprise there would be Texas not being able to repeat. No other surprises there. Now let's go to the NL. So Philly they're
Philly
winning.
is Philly is coming back to earth right now. They haven't been as strong. They were the
Yeah,
best team in baseball. Now they're one of the best.
but they're
records in
so
baseball.
far ahead. Like they're so far ahead.
They
They're
are.
22 games over 500.
Yeah.
Atlanta, it's inadequate. It's not the same team.
No.
No matter how much people are pitching to Osuna, I don't understand. Same problem. They have no one but Osuna, and maybe Olson's waking up a little bit now. Everyone else is injured. Why pitch to Osuna? I don't get it. So Philly's going to win that division. I would put that in.
I agree with you 100% there.
22 games over 5. It's math, Ron. 22 games over 500. You've only got like 50 more games to play.
Yeah. I don't see the Padres catching the Dodgers. I would love it if they did.
Correct.
But
the Dodgers are winning that division. That's almost as guaranteed.
And
It would take a ridiculous streak.
Dodgers are headed up to Oakland for the next couple of games, so there's a few freebies for their last games ever at the Coliseum.
Yeah, listen, the division winners in the NL are as baked in. Philly, Dodgers, Milwaukee is 14 games over 500.
Yep.
The Cards are significantly behind, like what 5 games. It's tough to make up. It takes a ridiculously long losing streak for that to overturn. Yeah. So those teams are pretty much baked in. Now the wild card is very interesting in this league. Wow.
Well, Atlanta is at the top right now. Padres have all of a sudden put it into a different gear and are moving forward. That's something new for us. And Arizona has made their move. Let me grab my water.
Yeah, this looks very much like a mesh of a hodgepodge of good, not great teams.
Yeah. The Mets could do it here. They've been playing good baseball.
Yeah, and they have a pretty comfortable schedule the rest of the way. Let's see. The Senga thing, it's a huge blow because Senga gives you 4 or 5 wins. That hurts. Now we got to run a bunch of what do you call them? A arms, like 4 A arms.
It's a bunch of bullpen games, basically.
A lot of we just picked up Blackburn from the A's. That guy is like.
Yeah. But what you're going to be doing is putting these guys in the role of an opener. You're hoping to get 3 innings out of them. Yeah, maybe 4 at the most. Which is funny.
I saw the game the Giants game I took my kids to. The Giants it was a flyaway game, and the Giants were doing a reverse bullpen game. Pitching a bunch of arms consecutively at the beginning of the game. So I don't know. I think St. Louis has a bunch of holes. I don't see them making that run. Same as
Nor do I.
Pittsburgh. I honestly think it's going to come down to the 4 teams that are ahead right now. If I were to predict just based on remaining strength of schedule, roster, pitching depth, I would say that it's going to be Atlanta, not in this particular order, because honestly, they're like a game and a half separated from each other. Atlanta, Padres, and Mets. That's how I see it.
You just don't know what the team from the desert is going to do out there, though. I mean, they surprised us all last year,
and Mike and Kelly's coming back.
Yep,
that should give him a boost. Yeah, Arizona is the only team. Atlanta, I know what Atlanta is, and I know what the Padres are, and they are a better team because they made some really good deals at the deadline. They're going all in. So it wouldn't surprise me if San Diego jumps over everyone and gets the top wild card seed.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they've been doing it with Tatis out. With him back, it makes him that much better.
Is he coming back?
I don't know.
What's the prognosis? What does he have? An ankle sprain?
No, it's
shoulder.
It's like a hairline fracture thing. It's just stress.
Is it a hit by pitch?
I don't remember exactly what happened, but it's one of these kind of fracture things that's very hard to heal.
Wow. Is he projected to come back?
We'll see. He was doing some batting and stuff recently, so he's been doing a little bit of activity. But we'll see.
But he's projected to come back.
Yes.
At some point.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking him up right now. Timeline. The last headline is yesterday. It says timeline still murky.
Yeah.
Okay.
A friend that's a nurse said the type of injury he had is very difficult.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We got games coming up here very soon in about an hour or so on a Monday. Wait, today's what? Thursday?
Monday, Thursday.
I know, right? No, it's an off day for. There's not a bunch of games on the slate. It's only like I want to say 8 games, something like that.
Yeah, it's a light game. Like I said, the Padres actually have the day off because of the early games that they had in Korea.
Where are you going to now? Where are the Padres flying to again?
They're staying home and playing the Rockies.
They're going to play the Rockies now?
Yeah, they're going to play the Rockies. And the last time they played the Rockies gave them fits up there. It was an ugly.
Well, they're playing Petco.
But exactly. They're playing at Petco. We'll see what they can do to come back around.
We play the Angels. I should make a drive and see my Mets, but I'm not going to. We're playing the Angels, and then Royals, Tigers. That's a good series. Marlins, Braves. Bunch of whatever series. Let's see what else we got going on. So Tops Now. Just talked about the Relic. Not sold out yet.
Well, let's talk about something else with Tops Now. Tops Now has had some quirky pages lately. They've been dropping cards, and if you didn't pull a couple of tricks and twists, you wouldn't even see the cards were there. It's been really interesting. I shared it with a few of the close people in our inner circle. Here's how we did it. It was shared back with me. This card is live, but I can't see it. It's there. So you do a couple of things, remove a couple of filters, change this, change that, and next thing you know, you can see the card. Still never pops up on the main page. They've had photos reversed. What a horrible way to do it. But for people that are part of a circle like ours, where people are feeding us information, it's a boon. You can pick up these cards. You could turn around and for me, it was the Dylan Cease no-hitter the other day that I was able to grab that nobody could see. I was able to get that with my $40 coupon. That was a great deal.
I didn't have any coupons. I only had a $10 one. But
yeah, the Bobby Witt autos. They've sat there for a long time because you couldn't see them. You couldn't say Bobby Witt. It wasn't the greatest picture, but it's a Bobby Witt auto. I counted up the autos the other day for the group. I think there were 6 total autos up to that point. It's all they've done of active players. So, it's been very few and far between with the series.
Ron's being polite. The way you gain access to these drops, especially when Tops is being Tops, which happens quite often. Tops doing, what's the phrase? Tops being Tops or whatever. You gain access by joining the Prospect Chasebug community and joining Tops After Dark, especially tuning into our content. If you tune into our content, it's like, what's that slogan?
Well,
American Express had that slogan. It's like membership has its privileges.
Yes. Well, and that's the reason, I ended up in the Tops After Dark in the first place is people like Andrew back then was helping with the APs for Project 70 and things like that. We were able to get in the front door on a lot of early drops, and now that's extended into all the Tops Now products and everything else. When stuff is dropping, it's known within our community when these guys are plats, etc. Hey, here's what's coming. Let's all watch for it, and everybody working together to let everybody else know this is coming. Let's help each other, right. And it's all about our community bringing them together and making everybody better for it. It's hey, you don't want it, that's cool, but we're going to get the word out. Hey, I'm passing on this, but here's the information for you. So it's one of the great things about being part of this community. We're all working
once you
together.
join the Prospect Chasebug community and the Tops After Dark general community, and you pass the good personship requirement, you gain access to a bunch of these things. One way you could have getting access to that C's relic or that Bobby Witt auto was by reverse engineering some shit in the settings in the Tops page, and it's like a labyrinth, and somehow you get to it. That's the hard way. The easy way is to find a direct link to it.
We knew it was there. We had the direct link, but we also reverse engineered to see how we could see it for other people. Hey, here's how you can actually see it. I don't
want to do that. Everyone wants an easy link.
I don't see the link, Ron. Well, here, let's do this.
I was reveling in it. I was like, click, click, click. Here's my card. That will be difficult for PC Bobby guys to get, and I'm going to sell it for high.
And that Bobby Witt was the 6th active player one after all. It actually confirmed it. We had Merrill with the auto relic. We had Pete Crow Armstrong. We had Anthony Volpe. We had a De La Cruz one. The Jordan the other day, and then Bobby. That was it.
That Bobby Witt. By the way, I have news. I have additional news, folks. Stay online with me real quick while I finish my train of thought. Bobby Witt Tops Now. What was it? Auto Grand Slam, something like that.
Yeah, Grand Slam auto.
I'm looking on eBay to see if people who is listing it as a mystery pack.
It's
right now they're charging $400 for it. And it was, how much did I pay for it?
It was, I believe the base card price was $218, something like that.
I paid after discount, I paid like $230, something like that. So almost double in price, and only 2 people have listed it thus far. Listen, it bodes well. It's auto 99 or lower, which is good. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong card. Damn it, Bobby. It's not even listed yet. Wait, is it listed? Nope, not yet.
It is Tops Now card number 492.
492. I'm gonna look by the. Let me use that because I don't think people are listing it. So folks, Tops made it hard to find it because they had a. What Ron was alluding to is that for a week now, Tops has been experiencing all types of glitches in their IT. In their systems, and Ron would know about this because that's kind of what he does for a living. They've had all types of shit and all types of wonky things happen. Yesterday, I don't know, someone posted in a group that I'm in. I don't know if you got word of this, Ron, that Tops was like when you entered your account, sometimes you would go to your orders and it would show you like the orders that Stephanie Seymour placed, like another customer's order and you could see like how many orders people were. And then someone tried it again and got like a random Joseph Smith and his orders. So it's a funny thing because one of the groups that I'm in, one of the funny comments that someone put was like, "That's like you guys are missing the point. The question here is who's Stephanie Seymour, and is she single?" Because she was like, "That's Stephanie Seymour." She had orders of like $5.99, $3.99, $5.99, $4.99, like 20 orders of like high budget, high dollar cards.
Well, for a while they had your orders reversed. The search in Topps orders is horrible. There is no search functionality.
So yeah, and so cards this week have been like not showing up unless you somehow reverse engineer, find and filters and this and that.
And again, that's something you'll get from us here.
And so like it makes it so that all the people that were tuning in to buy that card that really wanted, most likely a good chunk of those didn't get it because flippers come in and buy 2 or 3, and so that's likely what I'm assuming some people eventually got to it, but it sold out like once. And I'm not even sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ron. If I'm wrong. That's a mouthful. Did it sell out before the glitch was fixed or after?
Or they fixed the image, but not the search first. So the images got fixed, and then it sold out. Then they fixed the rest of it. So
so even then, like I'm saying, like and with his performance, there's going to be a lot of demand. I feel very comfortable flipping that for a good value. The image is not great. Some people like it. Some people like that it's a different image than usual. It has four players. It looks more like a Mike Massey card. Anyways, I promise you new info. So Topps is definitely topsing, and they are milking the shit out of this holiday. They are also printing autos and image variation on the base card.
Oh, wow.
And the image is not bad. And it's the same image. And honestly, I think it looks better without the relic. If you go to, let me post it. Let me see if I can save this picture and post it. Can I put pictures here? No, I can't, huh?
I don't think you can. Oh, yeah.
You can? Let me see. No, you can't. Can I show image? No, I can't show images in comments.
But what you can do
is that. Yep, show it. That to me is more appealing than the auto relic because the relic cuts into the picture a little bit. Now it's great if you have the relic, that's fine. Now depends on what they do with the image, because at least in this one that you see in Ron's phone, there's ample space for the whiteout. And so the auto will not necessarily be on his body. I don't know. I'm guessing that the auto would look kind of cluttered in the RBA. What do you think, Ron? I kind of like this better. And the fact
I like that a lot better, except there's
be
so few of them. Yeah.
And they're doing an image variation. So all that to say that the print run on this is going to go through. We're talking about Keith Shore levels.
Yeah. How many? There was a ton the last time.
People are saying that this will break. That this could break 50. It could break 50K. I think it could. Getting one of these is going to be really difficult.
Yeah, it's not limited to the 1/125, which puts you in about a 1 out of 300 chance of getting one. With this one, they're going to print 40,000 of them or more.
It says here, let's see, unless you look for number.
They're short prints and.
No, so they are limited to. Apparently, they're going to also limit them to 10, 5, and 1.
Yeah, 10, 5, and 1 are going to be the autos there,
and so then look for
15 autos spread over 40,000 cards.
Yeah, and then they're doing number parallels like usual, and image variation short print, and a rare super short print number to 7. They didn't show that image. I don't think they did the number to 7, but you can imagine.
Here's the big news.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy
Yesterday.
smokes.
That's crazy. I think we've seen the last of Trout as Mike Trout as you know it. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe he comes back. It's a sad ending. It would be a sad ending to
Yep.
But he would have stayed an Angel all his life, and he is a guaranteed Hall of Famer already, just based on WAR. So a first ballot, actually, Hall of Famer. He's got the WAR for it.
And he had that MVP after MVP after MVP.
It's just a shame that he only had a small cup of coffee in the playoffs.
Yep.
It's insane, really. I hope he would. I really, as much as I hate Philly and all Philly sports, I would love it if he just went back to his hometown and played for them a couple seasons, hit a few homers.
You see that
20, 30.
It's like McGriff going back to and playing in Tampa Bay for his last year. You know, there's a guy.
I feel he should find a way. I know he's trying to be loyal and whatnot, but find a way to get back to Philly and hit a couple more homers for the last 2-3 years of your career, and just retire. Go in the sunset. Anyways, I think we've covered a good amount. This Jackson Holiday, was a blessing.
Yeah, we really didn't get into our takes on the National. Maybe we can do another part, but a couple of quick takeaways, quick points on the National from what I'm hearing. We talked last time about traffic issues and that kind of thing, but one of the positive things that I heard is the end of day, these after hours trading sessions that people had were filled with people and their kids. And it's great when you hear about kids being mixed in with the hobby.
Yeah,
so that was the best thing I heard about it, and the connections of all these people.
Listen,
you and I would go connections.
We have coming in, buddy. Next episode, we'll talk about the National. There's plenty of stories that I've heard to share, but let's leave it at that. For Ron, this is Jorge. Thanks for tuning in, and catch us later in episode 63.
Thank
Jorge
you.
Prospector out. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.